Hey, also HRC Nerds here, and this is day 2 of a week with the OFNA Hyper 7. Or should I say the OFNA Hyper 7. And this is nothing more than just some really boring footage of me as I go through and do whatever I feel like doing to the Hyper 7 this week. So I'm currently going through the front clip of the PCR Pro version to ascertain which parts that I can steal from this that would be a performance upgrade to implement on the front clip of the actual buggy that we're building. And as of right now, performance upgrade is defined as any part that is lighter. In addition to that, it has to be at least as strong, preferably stronger. Now, with everything being equal, the stock is 2.7 ounces, and the new one I'm putting on, 2.45 ounces. Alright, so at this point I've gone through and I've made the applicable changes, and that includes a new shock tower here. This one, yet again, is thicker, stronger, and actually much lighter. I did consider some of these CNC ones that come with the PCR Pro, excuse me, but they were heavier than the nylon ones here, and these nylon ones, I've had no problems with them going on, what, 6-7 gallons probably, so I'm going to keep them on. I did change all of the hinge pins, upper, lower, and the outer. The PCR Pro, both for the pillow ball and the C-hub, uses these shafts with an E-clip, and I'm not a big fan of the E-clip design at all. These probably are a little bit lighter, but again, I'll sacrifice a little bit of weight to have it locked and loaded, and plus where I can get the suspension just how I want. PCR Pro does come with multiple chassis braces, all of them CNC. This right here is the stock one for the TQ Sport that I absolutely despise. The weight difference is pretty extreme. This is 0.55 ounces, and the one that I've selected to go with here is 0.35 ounces. Alright, so I got the front clip put back on and together, and then I noticed something that was a little bit odd. I hate when that happens. I forgot to put the dang drive shaft in there. There we go. Much better. And so now we do the weigh-in. Last time we were at 6 pounds, 10.75 ounces. And now we are at 6 pounds, 10.05. So we lost almost an ounce. We recently had a request from one of our subscribers about describing the different controls that are available in a transmitter. This gentleman actually was referring to the Savage, which I believe he has a TF40 most likely. And I thought, well, I'll end up doing a video at some point on it, but since I'm actually adjusting something on here now, I thought I would just show you what I'm doing. One of the most important features of your transmitter is the ability to modify the travel or the throw of both your steering and your throttle. So I'll give you a good example. Right here, if you watch me turn, and what I want you to look at is right here, okay? So when I turn, you can see it stops. And the reason it's stopping because it's being blocked. Okay? Well, that's not good, because what's happening is when I turn and it hits that, I can keep turning, and the servo, you hear it, it's humming because there's load put on it. So what you can do is you can adjust your servo to where it'll stop just where you want it. Now on the Savage, it's going to be right here where it says left steering, right steering. For digital ones like this, it's going to say most likely travel. So now what you do is you watch see what I just did. So watch as I decrease the travel on it. I'll increase it a little bit. So now it's no longer hitting. And you see on the other side, same thing, I fixed it. There's various places where it can be measured, but you're looking for, you know, the terminal turning point, so where it just can't turn any further because of whatever. More importantly, in my opinion, is the throttle travel. So as an example, you can see right here, I'm opening up the carb. Well, what you're doing is you can dictate via the travel setting how far the servo is going to pull, because if it were to continue pulling right now, it's not going to do you any good because the carb is open as far as it can go. And all you're going to do is add load to your servo. Additionally, once, you know, when I first started learning about this stuff, I checked it out, and one of my engines, it was only being open like this much. So that was pretty cool to find out I had additional speed I wasn't even aware of. So that's just the very basic travel settings for your transfer. One of the things I'm interested in this is the lay-down servo tray right here that comes with the PCR kit. So I want to weigh it against this stock one. You can see this carbon fiber one is much thicker. And the weight on this is 1/2 ounce, and the weight on the stock is 0.60 ounce. So I think, you know, implementing that much of a change, I don't think is going to be worth it, just because I just can't see any advantage of having a lay-down servo like that. You know, and it's a pretty big change, so I'll just go ahead and stick with the stock at this point. Alright, so that's going to be it for day 2. Tomorrow what I'll do is I'll check out this spider diff right here, this top plate. You can see I've already stripped a screw trying to get it off, but I'll be able to get it off no problem. And probably start in on the back clip, because really what I want to do is get down to the bare chassis, weigh it, and see what advantages there are to it. And then on Friday we'll give a test run at our little spot, and the weekend we'll have it on the track. Tomorrow I'm also probably going to build the shocks, and believe it or not, it also comes with a pipe.